Namibia, and welcome to another edition of the Government Information Center here in the Hardap region. I am your host, Treasure Shithera. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to you, our viewers, for the technical problems that we encountered in our earlier session. Now today in studio, I am joined by Mr. Ivan Pieters, the head of the Youth Center in the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sport, Art and Culture to discuss digital transformation and how stakeholders here in the region are gearing up for the change. Good morning, Mr. Pieters, and welcome to today's session again. Or good afternoon, rather.
Good afternoon, Treasure. It's a pleasure being with you again.
All right. So now digital transformation simply means using technology to make life easier. It includes faster services, easy access to information, and improved government service delivery. So, Mr. Pieters, what is your view on digital transformation?
Well, Treasure, digital transformation is long overdue. I think we have been using technology all along, but definitely transformation of this technology is needed. Merely because of the fact that if we want to enhance the services that we are delivering, we need to reach all the corners of the region and the country, for example. And to do this, we definitely need an improvement on the different technological services that we are having in order to provide services to make it reliable even faster so that we can serve a broader base. So for me, as Namibia, I think we are moving in the right direction, and we have to, it's actually long overdue that we definitely need to improve on what we are having as a transformation of our electronic services.
All right. Now, digital transformation supports Vision 2030. How has your institution integrated digital transformation? Especially when it comes to the youth.
Yeah, Vision 2030 is for all of us to reach. I mean, Namibia wants to become industrialized. We all know that. And with the different dreams that we are having, as a ministry, we have played our part as well. I can attest that even though how little it is, we are still playing a part to reach this particular vision. In terms of transformation of technology that we are having, if we look at the service provision that we are having, as well as for services of our employees that we're having, looking a little bit towards that, I mean, we have changed our system so much so that we, for example, all the employees need to fill out a performance agreement. And this performance agreement need to be reviewed from time to time, quarterly actually. So for this process to take place, now it has become easier since we have technologized it that you can do your performance agreement with an employee that is even on a remote area, and then you can complete that form electronically without being physically face-to-face in touch with the particular person. Apart from it, the management information systems that we are having in place in our ministry has also been improved to such a base that we can also collect data of different services that we are providing, and we can do MLEs, a lot of monitoring and evaluation based on the data that we are getting. It makes it more easier. And if we look at the service provision of our clientele, it has enhanced in such a way that previously young people needed to come to the office, for example, to fill out application forms, whether it's for joining the skills training centers, or whether it's to participate in the different programs that we're having, for example, the credit scheme program and so on. But now, with the change of these different systems, these young people can do this from any remote area. We don't physically need to travel to offices to do this different type of thing. And in a way that has improved the service delivery that we are doing by moving us a step closer and closer towards attaining the vision that we as the Namibian nation is having.
All right. So local authorities across Namibia are increasingly recognizing that digital transformation is not optional, but a requirement for efficient service delivery. We spoke to the Chief Executive Officer of the Marental Municipality, Mr. Paul Ngimlepo, and this is what they had to say.
As we are moving and we have to integrate ICT in how we do our work, how we interact with the residents of the town, and with outsiders as well. We have been working on, on our website, for example, the website of the municipality, where we are now downloading all the information about the municipality, all the documents, all the policies of the municipality. All you need to do is then you'll go to the website and download. If you want to know what is the policy of the municipality with regard to sale of land, that policy will be available on our website. If you want to get a copy of a building plan application, you will get that on the website as well. So we want to put everything on the website so that people can access those documents. If you want to know about the policies of the local authority with regard to the services that we provide to the senior citizens, for example, which are the services that are subsidized by the local authority, that information will be available on the website. So we want to put everything out there so that people can access that information.
Mr. Mzileko encouraged local governments to stay adaptive to the ever-evolving needs of their communities and clients in today's fast-paced digital landscape.
Not making use of the ICT platforms that we have, they still believe that they will come to the municipality to physically pay for their services or buy water, buy electricity, pay for their accounts. But that is changing. That is changing with a lot of young people that we have that are assisting, their grandmothers, their mothers. That is changing. I think the footprints to Marintal municipality, to the buildings, is getting less and less with all these initiatives that we're introducing.
If you have just joined us, you are watching a live session of the Government Information Center here in Hardap. We are live on our Facebook page called Hardap MICT. With me in studio is Mr. Ivan Pieters to talk more about digital transformation. Now, Mr. Pieters, back to you. Digital transformation comes with many challenges. What can you highlight some of the challenges that you have encountered?
Yeah, definitely when you enter areas that is unknown to you, definitely there will be challenges coming. Probably the main challenge that I have been facing in our ministry is provision of resources. The lack of resources when it comes to fully implement this particular digital transformation. Obviously, equipment is needed, not only in particular offices, but all over the country, for example. Apart from it, what is also prevalent is that generally education is needed for people that are making use of these particular services, to teach them or actually to train them as to how to fill out forms, for example, by using their phones and so on, because not everyone, unfortunately, is having the knowledge of how to utilize these particular opportunities that are prevailing electronically all over the country. The other thing is the challenge that we have is not all areas, unfortunately, are reached. They are very remote areas. If I can look, for example, at Hardap, we are going from Botswana up to the Atlantic Ocean. Mostly, sometimes people forget that our region reaches up to the Atlantic Ocean, but these parts, especially there were people living there that are actually excluded from different programs and things that the ministry is providing. Apart from it, the other thing is obviously information that are being distorted, which are being put out there for the young people to know. There are some people that are deliberately making use of these opportunities to change different information, and it causes a mistrust from our clientele, which is the young people out there. For example, there might be information of availability of job opportunities. And when young people try to apply and then they just need to come in here, but no, this is false information. I mean, it's very disappointing for them. And then the fact that if we put up another information again, They will not trust whether this one is real or not. So that is one of the challenges that is happening. The other one, I think, Treasure, is prevailing not only in our ministry but all over. And that is about cyberbullying that is taking place and cybercrime that is definitely going to affect our transformation digitally. In such a way that, for example, we have a program that we call the Namibian Youth Credit Scheme, where we are providing loans to young people, young entrepreneurs that want to start up businesses and so on. And obviously, there's to do of saving money and then paying back this money. And they can do this from remote areas as well. And whenever technology is involved, it would be easier for people to kind of defraud them and distort them so that they don't receive the money, or the money can be derailed in another way. These are some of the challenges that I foresee or that I have encountered when it comes to digitalizing or transforming into a different way.
All right. A few challenges that you've mentioned there. Now, the Ministry of Information plays a major role when it comes to digital literacy and also aspects like cybersecurity. So we hope to work with you on this issue so we can train some of the young people on how they can be internet safe, so they can watch out for scams and just also be digitally literate. Now, the education fraternity in Namibia is actively embracing digital transformation. We spoke to the director of education in the region, and this is what he had to say.
That the world's most pressing challenges from climate change to health issues lies within the realms of science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And therefore we are very much in for innovative approaches that will transcend the boundaries of the conventional teaching in the classroom, the way that we know it all along. So we have proposed a paradigm shift in the way that we teach and that we learn. And therefore the introduction of smart boards and the touch screens that we have implemented in schools in order to prepare lessons visually and to make it also more fun and interesting for learners, because we realize the importance of teaching the way that children learn. And how do they learn best? It's with technology.
The education director envisions a region-wide shift to digital learning, replacing traditional textbooks with electronic learning materials.
Given the poor performances of learners in the Hardap region, it is important for the regional leadership to consider the drafting of a comprehensive academic improvement plan, which will eventually enhance the quality of education.
You are watching a live session of the Government Information Center located at the Hardap Regional Council. Joining me in studio is Mr. Ivan Pieters, who is the head of the Youth Center here in Hardap. So, Mr. Pieters, in your concluding remarks, what is your vision for a digitally transformed Hardap region?
Well, in short, Treasure, for me, it's having services at your fingertip. But basically, I'm quite excited that this is something that is happening and it's still going on. Really for the fact that services now can be provided all over, especially people that are living with disability can, for example, access different services wherever they are. Maybe some of them are challenges mobily, or for example that are visually impaired can use some of this technology. They're high class now that they can engage, and then they can be mainstreamed within the provision of services, government services all over. So I'm quite excited, and I see Namibia moving in the right direction, even though it's baby steps. We can probably benchmark from countries that has already moved from a fast pace when it comes to this, and just Namibianize it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ivan Pieters. Thank you for your time. And once again, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to re-record. We hope to speak with you on more interesting topics in the future. All right, from the conversation that we've just had, it's clear that digital transformation is not just about technology, but the overall technological changes to improve life. We have come to the end of today's GIC session. Join us next time. I am Treasure. Goodbye.